Yeah, buddy, man. We back up in this mug, man. Welcome to another edition of True Spills, edition number 17. It's always brought to you by CO Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. Of course, you know I got my co-host with me. Yeah, Ack Wayne, Accavelli, what's good with you, bro?
What's good, bro? What's good? What's good? I'm glad we back to our regularly scheduled programming and all that good stuff, man. You know what I
Um,
mean? We ain't got to fight overlapping, so we could chill. We could talk. I love that kufi that you got on going on. You know
appreciate
what
it.
I mean? I see my bro Wakando got you on your team. You know what I'm saying with your kufis. You know what I mean? Sure, your kufi game looking a little stronger than mine right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to send you some money, man. I'm gonna
Trying,
need.
bro.
I go for. I need a couple of those, man. You got some nice ones, man. I don't
Yeah,
know where do you go. Where you be going for yours?
man, this is place.
Or you ain't gonna tell me, or you ain't gonna give away
Nah,
the
this is
sauce.
place in Jacksonville, man. Let me see if
Oh,
I
okay.
still got it saved over here on my phone. Let me see if I have it still here. Whoa, 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 where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Before we start talking about the boxing, Kano, I got
It's
another
called
grocery.
Islamic.
I got another grocery story.
All right, hang on, man. It's called the Islamic Center of Northeast Florida. It's right here in
Okay.
Jacksonville. But
Okay.
anyway, go ahead.
Okay. I got another grocery incident, kind of.
Talk.
I know how KG he always comes on talking about homeless stories. Well, I got another grocery story.
All right.
Oh, so
Huh.
I'm grabbing these red velvet cupcakes. Salute Shaquilla Fields and salute double y'all being on the double time on the other channel too. I appreciate y'all Dirt Gang Boys Frontline. Primo, I see you.
Homeless.
Um so I'm grabbing my red velvet cupcakes, kind of. Grab my red velvet cupcakes, and it's right by the express line. The express line that I always go to,
Uh,
10 items or less. So what we end up happening, remember how before I told you the lady was arguing with the person because she had like 15 items. And I know what people are saying who really counts. It don't matter. You don't got the right amount. All right, so this time it wasn't that situation this time. This time it's my turn to go on the line, Kano. I'm being a nice gentleman. I just grab my red velvet cupcakes. This lady cuts me. I said,
oh.
"With her husband." Like I wasn't going. Like I wasn't in a bad mood today. Like I
Mm.
wasn't in a bad mood today. So I tapped the husband on the shoulder. I didn't even bring it to the wife. I said, "Excuse me, sir." I think I was really in a bad mood because normally I would have let it slide. But today
Mm.
it wasn't the day, Condo. It wasn't the day for me. Like this was one of them days where you would have to be like, now calm down, like be nice. No, it was one of them days where there was no talking to me. So I tapped the old man on the shoulder. They probably old enough to be my parents. I'm
Mm.
like, yo, like, no, we not. I was like, yo, excuse me, sir. I was ahead of you. He's like, oh, well, yeah, my wife, she didn't see anybody on the line. And I looked at her too. I said, ma'am, I was in front of you. And then she's looking at, she's like, Bill, you're not gonna say anything. So I'm assuming his name was William, or maybe it could have been Billy or Bill. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And she's like, Billy, you're not gonna say anything to him? And I'm looking at him like, I dare you. I hit an old man. I won't hit no lady unless she coming at me with a weapon. But I will hit an old man. You still a guy. I don't care. I don't care about that stuff. I don't
Mm.
care. You know what I'm saying? So basically what ended up happening is I got my turn on the line, you
Mm.
know what I'm saying? And the cashier lady even said, "No, he was here, ma'am." She defended me. Little cute. Little cute. She looked like she was a little Rican mommy. Shout out to her. Shout
Oh,
out to her. I know they got a soft spot for me. I love y'all out there. All my
yeah, 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 yeah.
mommies. You know what I mean? Because she had the little Rican necklace on. So, you know what I mean? Salute to. She was like, no, ma'am, he was here. He was here. So that killed any chances they thought they had. Look, it was a no-fly zone today. I don't know why she was trying. I don't know why they tried me today. Thought I was gonna be the nice guy because I went and grabbed my red velvet cupcakes. Nah, we wasn't doing that today. I had to go. I had to get back. I had to do a show. So that's all I got, Kano. Another grocery
Man.
store. Another grocery store incident.
Yep. We got the Dirt Gang boss in here. Salute to you. Front line, my Puerto Rican brother. We did a great show the other day, man. All in Spanish. I see Mr. Shelton in the building, man.
I seen that, Kano. I was proud of you, man. You brought a tear to my eye, Primo. You brought a tear to my eye. That
Yeah,
Spanish was on point. That's
We
fair.
got, so we got Joe Townsend, Shaquila, Just Do Boxing. I call him Mr. Oxygen Man. Crush the Legend. Salute to you, my brother. We got Carlos. Let me go ahead and get him wrenched up. Make sure nobody mess with the people, man. Yeah, I did an all in Spanish one because those are folks I know from Puerto Rico, man. And I know a lot of people would like for me to do a what you call that? They would rather me do a translation during the show like that. I'm not gonna do that. Just not gonna do that, man. You
You
know.
know what you should do, Kano? Not to cut you off, sorry, but
Mm,
maybe I don't know if you feel like going back, but maybe type in English.
no, nope, nope,
All right.
nope,
It was a suggestion. It was a
no,
suggestion.
no. First and foremost, y'all see that flag back there. I'm Puerto Rican first before anything.
That's
So if I'm gonna do a show and all they speak is Spanish, and that's what I'm gonna do, that's how it's gonna come out. That's just how it's gonna come out, man. Would in a perfect world, if I had a translator that that I was willing to be patient enough with to let him translate, yeah, I could do that. But you gotta understand, man. You've done some interviews with me, right?
yeah.
When you get in a flow,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah,
trying to break
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
flow.
No, I understand. I get it. And no. Frontline. I was saying she had like a necklace that had the Puerto Rican flag on it. That's what I
Mhm.
meant. Frontline.
Also, man, before we even get started into the bigger fights, man, that everyone wants to talk about, like I said, the flag first, man. Juan Sayas fights on Thriller today, right alongside Wilcito Ortiz. They're both fighting on that Triller card. I don't know how much that little pay-per-view costs on Triller, but I don't think it's a whole lot. These are two guys that I'm really big on in Puerto Rico. They're not the only two I'm big on, but they are like what I call he said great video with Emilio and the manager. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you. But speaking of Emilio and Ricardo Figueroa, those are the people involved with Wilcito Ortiz and Juan Sayas as well, alongside another 10 fighters that they got. But those two specific ones fight tonight. I'm gonna definitely try to tune into that. Those are my people and shit like that. So I'm definitely gonna try to show them love and tune into it, man. Juan Sayas is one of those people that I would like to get on the show eventually soon because I actually owe him an apology act. But I mean, it wasn't that I was dissing him or nothing like that. It's just that,
Connor, why
my
are you
boy.
always dissing people? Why are you always
No,
dissing
no, no,
people?
no, 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 no. See, you gotta wait till I finish before you say that, though. You gotta wait. There's a boxer out there in Puerto Rico by the name of Eriquito Pavon. He's a real good friend of mine. It's like a brother of mine. He was getting ready to face Juan Sayas. So, we were going back and forth and all that because, that's my brother, man. That's like if you was fighting him. I'm going to be on your side pumping you up. You know what I'm saying? Pumping you up. So that's what I was doing. What's going on, Steph Brown? Shawa, Chocolate Thunder, how y'all doing? So I was pumping them up and all that, man. And what had happened was, I let the better get of me, right? I let the better get me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, oh, the first time they were supposed to fight, Juan Saez, they pulled out of the fight, right? But little did I know, I didn't know that he got sick, right? I didn't know he got sick. So I was like, oh, see, that man was scared to fight my boy. You know how that go. You know how that go. So, I was popping my collar and all that, But then they rescheduled and fought again. And Juan Saez knocked my boy out, man. He knocked his ass out cold, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. He knocked his ass out cold. He put him to sleep, bro. Like, bro, that's my brother. Eriquito Babon, salute to you. You're my brother and all that, man. But he knocked his ass into retirement, bro. This motherfucker done moved to Mississippi with his whole family and started a regular work life, bro. Fuck boxing. Terrible, man. Terrible, man. He knocked him into retirement, bro. This motherfucker young, bro. He like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good on that shit, bro. I'm good, bro. Hold on, man. I'm saying. So that's why I want to bring him up, man. Kind of give him his flowers, It's not like I dissed him, like I said. That's why I was telling you to let me give you the whole picture of it, It wasn't dissing him or nothing like that. Just, you know how it goes, the band, you know how the back and forth goes and shit when you got oppositions going at each other and shit like that. But it was all in love and shit like that. And I still talk to my boy Eriquito Pabon because, like I tell you, these are people that I know outside of boxing. So I'm always gonna support him regardless of what he does in life, man. He's only about, I don't know, like 6 hours away. He's not that far. Willie Yep Colon got a tough one on his hands today. Same with Wilito Ortiz. Both got a tough one. Yeah, they both got tough fights, man. Yeah. And also, man, I like to mention because a lot of people are not knowing Stephen Shaw's fighting tonight. He's fighting Rafael Akpajori, who's
that's on the Triller card?
No. That's on Pro Box, man. And that's 18-1 with 17 knockouts. So this dude can pop and all that, man. Yeah. So I had to make sure that I bring that aware. That's on Pro Box today. Now that card starts at 6 o'clock. Okay, on Pro Box YouTube channel, man. It's also gonna have Keith Tsunami Colon on that card. Keith Tsunami Colon stepped in there as a replacement, as a last-minute fighter. So he's like the last-minute opponent. He jumped in there. So I don't know much about that fight at all, but that is going down today, 6 o'clock. I'm glad that it's starting early. That way it can leave me room for the other cards and stuff like that, man. Of course, what we got tonight, man. I really, 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 before we even get into this Duran Ennis and Stanionis fight, man, I'm always going to give a big shout out to 903 Boxing, man. Okay? Whether he's here listening or not, I'm always going to give that man a shout out, man, because I ain't going to lie to you, bro. I done came to the realization, man, that he's the most authentic, realist channel on YouTube, period. That's high praise, bro. That's the most genuine and authentic motherfucker that I could sit and hit play. I said, yeah, that motherfucker ain't biting his tongue. He letting you have it. He telling you exactly what it is. Yup, he's right about this. Yup, he's right about that. Yup. He ain't sugarcoating this. He ain't sugarcoating that. He's not picking sides. Staying right down the middle, shooting bullets at you. Straight down the middle. Though, that's got, man, he's definitely in my top 3, bro. Fuck what y'all said, heard. That's my top 3 right there, bro. But anyways, man, what do you got, man?
On what specifically, kind of what?
Oh, well, we can start with this Stanionis and Boots fight, because I got a few things to say about that matchup, man. And of course, I will give y'all my pick, of course. Gonna let y'all know.
I mean, they already put, Friday is already, so you can say what you want now. So it's not like
right.
Anybody can change. And did you stick to what you said? Because a lot of people disagreed when I agreed with you last week. They said, nah, just in case, we want to be able to hear y'all picks too, so that we could say that this person actually had this pick. Our fella ain't gonna try to help nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
He's trying to win. He's trying to win. So I mean, you could always screenshot your email and keep it. You know what I mean? And
right,
that's the proof right
right.
there. There's the time and everything on that. So me
I don't even want to talk about
personally,
that. I don't even want to talk about that because people misunderstood me from the beginning.
yeah.
It's just a mute point, bro.
No, no, no. You're
You
right. You're
know,
right. You're right. But I'm just saying.
I
But
see my
outside of
directly to
that,
him.
I'm excited about the fight. We could talk about who I forgot who's the I remember him, but who's the homie that Raymond Ford is fighting? He's from Cleveland. Cleveland dude.
Shit, I
I
don't know.
remember him from the
I
amateurs.
don't,
I
I don't,
remember
I don't know. I can't remember his name, man.
he's from Cleveland though. I remember him.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, bro. Looking forward to see Ray Savage Ford back in action. I think he's a real talent at 130. If he gets through this homework assignment, who do you want to see him up against next? And Kano, I'll be right back. I got to turn off my other TV because I don't want the feedback to pick up because
Okay,
it's
all right,
going off by itself for some reason.
all right. Let me see if I can find this card, man, because I didn't pay attention to that. I really didn't care about the undercard like that. So let me pull up the app and see who the hell he is fighting. Where the fuck is it at? I know that this Thomas Matisse, that's who he's fighting. Thomas Matisse. I don't know, man. I didn't do my homework on that matchup right there, so I don't think I'm like qualified to speak on it. I know what Raymond Ford brings to the ring. I don't know what Thomas Matisse brings to the ring, but what I will say is this fight might be better than what I'm thinking because I'm hearing a lot of people giving Matisse a big chance at winning this fight. Now, I don't know how authentic that is or how true and genuine that prediction is, but there's a handful of people that are siding with Thomas over Raymond Ford. But like I said, I personally didn't do my homework on him, so I
Wait, there's
I don't
people
know.
that's siding with who?
Thomas Matisse, bro. They saying he's
Nah,
right.
he's
Man. That's
nice.
what they're saying.
I mean, but then again, who's in his corner, who's backing him, right?
No.
Montana Love. He from Cleveland. He
Oh,
from
oh,
and let me. I bet you if you text Charles Conwell right now, he's probably backing him too, because he's from Cleveland too, and I'm
gotcha.
pretty sure he knows him. I put money on it. If you was to text him right now, Kano, he'd be like, "Yeah, Raymond Ford can do his thing, but I got Matisse. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, I remember him
Tell me
from."
a little bit about Matisse because I don't know nothing about him. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know what he did in his pro career. I really haven't known what he's done in his pro career. I still don't think that he's at the same level as Raymond Ford. Raymond Ford is a former world champion and he's battle tested. Not really so much at 130 yet, but at 126 he was. And I just think that experience and that elk of people that he even hangs and chills around with, uh 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 Shakur Stevenson and his cousin, and them always constantly sparring each other, and Keyshawn Davis, I truly do believe iron sharpens iron.
Mm,
So I don't at the same time, I don't think it'll be easy
okay.
with Matisse. I don't think it's gonna be easy because Raymond Ford shows him a lot of respect. He been
Mm,
showing him a lot of respect. What's his record?
I don't
Matisse
know.
is oh, you
I
don't
don't
got
know.
it? You don't got it pulled up? Okay, I can
No,
look it up.
no, I didn't. I
Like
know.
I said, I don't know. He was a solid amateur. I don't remember. I don't know what he did in the pro.
No, all I got is an app that gives me all the dates of every fight, and I can pull up the card itself. It
Okay.
doesn't give me so I don't know much about him, man. Like that, man.
Shower, where you at, Shower? I need you to pull up that box rec. Put it on the screen.
man. It's all good. It's all good.
But
It's all good. I mean,
but it should be a good co-main. That should be a good co-main. But outside of that, this card is kinda I gotta keep it real, kinda. This card is kinda weak. There's only 2 fights I wanna see. So, with the
so
Ray
Carlos must know a lot, man, because you know what he said, it'd be a nice fight to see how Ford will fight Matisse. Got that height advantage. He's 22-4.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Frontline. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
So, by the way, Frontline was on that live with me doing the Spanish thing, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I see Frontline doing this thing. I seen him over there.
Hey, you forgot I spoke English, didn't you?
Ah,
I kinda was good with you, man. 17 KOs, 1 draw. Okay, so he could pop. He got some pop on him then, man. So, man, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, man, because bro, I got a lot to say, but I want to go ahead and get the floor to you first on this, and we can change topics on the same fight back and forth if you want. But this Boots Ennis and standing on this fight, what you got, man? What you got for me on this, bro?
they call him Stay On This because he stay on it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Stay on this. I mean, my pick for the fight, like I watched the Stay On This last couple fights. I watched the fight with Butayev and dang, what's the other dude's name? Can't think of his name. But I watched the last fight that was May 4th. Um I definitely think Stayonis looked it good. If you look at as far as the weigh-in physically, Stayonis looked it like real ripped. He looked it in really good shape. It almost made me want to drug test him on the scale, Kano. That's how ripped he was. Veins and everything coming out. It made me be like, yo, stay on us always be like that. So I'm not gonna do that to stay on us. It just was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he really trained and he looked solid for this fight. I don't think it's gonna be easy. I don't think it's gonna be a walk in the park. With that being said, though, Connor,
Mm.
we got a one-dimensional style.
Mm.
We got to come forward inside fighter with a
Mhm.
nice little jab. His jab is very underrated. He utilized that joint beautifully in the Butayev fight. But he swells and cuts very easy for some reason. That
Mm.
leads me to believe, like my uncle used to tell me, don't put on weight so fast because that increases inflammation and cuts and things of that nature when you put the weight back on after the weigh-in so fast the next day. Start off with a Caesar salad. There's nothing wrong with that. Then work your way up from there. Don't just go right into the fried chicken and the pizza and all of that.
Mm.
I don't know. He just swells up too easy. Could be his skin, could be genetics, but he swells up too easy for me. He sits in the pocket. If I was Boots, I think Boots should fight this fight in sequences.
Mhm.
Some a little bit on the inside, a little bit on the outside, throw him off a little bit, and then eventually pack him up and get him out. I got a ninth round stoppage. I got a knife, and I believe Thomas from the Bronx also picked a ninth round stoppage. The rest of the brothers, salute to my brother Underrated Darkness. I see you, champ. Um, I feel as though I'm not surprised that my brothers have split decisions and unanimous decisions in this, but I think because of stylistically, that coming forward style, I honestly believe Stayonis could get stopped. That's just personally what I think about it.
Mm.
And he
Mm.
could also not get stopped. I could be underrating Stayonis. because people is
Oh.
getting twisted the Kukachan Karen fight.
Mm.
Kukachan has different tools. Kukachan box, we seen in the last fight him moving on angles,
Mm.
throwing 1-2s, angling and stuff like that. I have never seen no feet work from Stayonis. I only see one style. Then if we go back to the first fight with Boots and Kukachan, you remember him boxing on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Something that I never seen Stayonis do. So this leads me to believe, because Stayonis is one dimensional, but he's good at what he does, Connell. He
He all
can
right.
there is
He all right.
computer code that can be entered.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
Man, let me start off by before I even get into my prediction. Let me go ahead and start with the very, very, very first thing that I want to just go ahead and just debunk right now, okay? And that's people putting too much stock into what, oh, he's going for a knockout in the gym. He's doing this in the gym, and he doesn't look like he's gonna be able to go 12 rounds, if it gets to that point. Because look what we're seeing. Look what we're seeing. And I'm thinking in my head, bro, he's playing chess, right? You know he's not supposed to show you his hand, right? You ain't gonna get to see everything he's really doing, right? Let me rewind into the last situation we had like that. There's many before that, but let me just rewind to the last situation that I tried to warn you about, which y'all putting too much stock in this kind of shit. Cool boy Steph. Oh, I don't know if he's focused. Oh, he putting more attention on his music. He gonna go in there and get beat. He gonna lose this time. And he came with them Timberlands on, bro, and commenced to whooping ass. Why? Because y'all put too much stock in what y'all thought you knew was going on behind the scenes. Y'all put too much stock into what the sparring was looking like they're gonna show you everything. This is prize fighting. This is a sport where you're hurting each other. They're not gonna give you a complete look into their training camp. They're not gonna give you a complete look into their life. That is the dumbest and most stupidest way to predict a fight, if you ask me. Y'all put stock in that? In that? If I'm in camp training somebody, you're not going to see the meat and potatoes, bro. You might get a little bit of the appetizer. No rehydration clause for this fighters unification, Carlos. So it ain't just IBF. So yeah, they're free to rehydrate. That's the first point I want to go ahead and bring out. So if y'all are going off of that, just throw that on there. Throw that in the trash. Throw that in the trash. Because if I'm training somebody, all you're going to get is appetizer. You're not going to get the meat and potatoes. How many times must I damn say this shit? Y'all didn't believe me when I told y'all that about Scooter. And y'all seem not to believe it when I'm telling you that about Boots, who coincidentally, by the way, happened to be in that same gym. The Philly, huh? You think that dumb to just, here you go? Let's show our whole hand. Like you gonna show your hand in a game of poker, right? Like you gonna show your hand on the table when you're playing chess, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta bait people in on shit like that. Gotta bait them in on that. Let me give you the second point that I want to go ahead and just destroy. Throw away in the garbage can too. This weight bully situation. Boots Ennis is a weight bully. Boots Ennis, he didn't even weigh 147 at the weigh-in. I've seen him weigh in 145 two previous fights before that. Weight bullying what? Stanionis is bigger. But Crawford was bigger. Spence was bigger. All of these fighters are bigger than him. Mario Barrios is bigger than Boots Ennis. I don't hear y'all calling them a weight bully, but this guy who never even come close to coming in overweight, y'all all of a sudden want to call him a weight bully. Miss me with the bullshit.
Talk to him, Primo. Talk to him.
Man came in at 146 point whatever and has came in various times at 145. That's not a sign of a weight bully. A weight bully will be coming in 147, 147.2. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he did not look drained to me. I don't know what y'all were looking at. He did not look drained to me. So let me go ahead and throw that in the garbage too, because y'all only save that for fighters y'all don't like. I don't hear nobody saying that about Mario Barrios, like I said. Y'all don't hear that? Do you hear that? Do y'all hear him say that about Mario Barrios? Because he's 147. Do y'all hear him say that?
Mario Barrios bigger than Boots.
Exactly.
Mario Barrios bigger than Boots.
You know what I'm saying?
And he ain't been as active. Speaking of Mario Barrios, where you at? Send me a postcard or something, champ. Where you been at?
They just see the sauce, but don't want to give him credit, man. And Frontline said, I don't know, man. His predictions. It ain't that my predictions are bad, okay? Because I only really, the first week I got 2 wrong that I didn't know them fights anyway. I really didn't know who they were, okay? The ones I did know who they were, I got right. The second week I got 1 wrong. And it's really not that hurt me. It's that I'm not getting the outcome correctly, because you got to understand they're getting bonus points for getting, if it's
like me with Herkovich, I picked unanimous decision. I knew he wasn't going. He was too gassed. I knew that one. I knew I had that one in the bag last week.
Oh, like the ones I got right, I didn't get no extra bonus for it because they didn't win it the way I said they was gonna win. You get what I'm saying, man? So that's really what's going on with that, and that's okay. That's okay, because believe it or not, that's just really difficult to do. So the ones that bonus points, hey man, salute to y'all, man. Y'all are doing an awesome job, man. But it is a marathon.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Tell him, Kano. Tell him, bro. See, Red and all of them is smiling and they happy right now, but let's see what happens in that last month. Things could change.
All I gotta say, they bit on the bait. I'm about to start. Bit on the bait, man. Let them talk now. You know what I'm saying? Laugh now, you're gonna cry later. You know what I'm saying? Mario Barrios is the easiest champion to beat. But my whole point was that there's people that are way bigger than him. Stanionis is even bigger than him. Y'all don't, I ain't calling him a weight bully.
Yeah, Stanionis looked crazy, bro.
Did you like that reference I did with Scooter, his last fight, and they making it? Saying, yeah, like that reference, bro. You see how I piece that shit together, bro. I'm just telling y'all, man. That's why I try to tell people, would y'all quit looking at that shit? Would y'all quit looking at?
You know what it was? It was one of them pictures. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you seen the picture, because
I seen the picture.
Yeah. And it wasn't even accurate picture, because at the weigh-in he looked fine. He didn't look out of breath. It wasn't hard for him to speak or anything like that. But then again, they say everybody a weight bully, man. Once upon a time, I was a weight bully. I was supposedly 140. I was supposedly 140 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell y'all something. First of all, I don't even believe in that term weight bully. If your ass made weight, you just made weight. If you can make the weight, you just made the weight. Fuck it. You get on there. What are you supposed to do? You fight. You fight. You know, I've been to a lot of weigh-ins. You know, I've been to fights. What do? If the motherfucker step on that scale and the numbers are right, we got to fight. If you step on that scale and the numbers are right, we got to fight, bro.
Word up.
It's just that simple.
Word up.
It's just that simple, man. Who the fuck am I to tell somebody you should move up? Who am I to tell them that? That's like telling somebody you should accept this kind of money for this fight. You should do this, Don't have that energy for things like that. Well, why should he have to take that kind of money? Well, why should he have to move up? He's a grown man, ain't he? He should be able to make that choice himself. He the one in control of his career. Everybody that's boxing right now, they're in control of their career. They're making decisions based on what they believe is best for their career. And I'm not going to sit here and tell nobody to move up and wait. Unless it's to make $100 million. Unless it's $100 million fight at the next weight up. You shit. Hey, we coming up, bro. I don't care what happened. We about to retire after this motherfucker. Shit. Huh? That's the only way I'm going to interject. But if you're going to make the same money or close to the same money, man, shit, just do what you got to do. And just so y'all know, Stanionis is one-dimensional. I will say that. I went even bolder than you did. When I submitted my pick to our fella, I told him Boots by stoppage in the motherfucking 5th round, baby. Boots by stoppage in the 5th round. And why did I come to that conclusion? The more I thought about it, was for the same reason everybody was talking about.
I mean, you still pick stoppage. You still pick stoppage.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Hold on.
It was me, you, and Thomas that picked. Thomas picked the same round as me. I didn't know that. I didn't even talk to Thomas about the fight. Thomas picked
That is
the
a
same.
good point.
He said Barrios is looking to crash out.
No.
Oh,
this
which
right
one?
here that I put on the screen is crazy to be a the IBF belt. You can't be a weight bully, 10-pound rehydration clause, and he does hold the IBF.
But with that being said, Kano, they actually, you don't have to do the next day weigh-in when it's a unification.
I know that. Yeah. I already said that. I said that earlier.
Yeah. So
I said that earlier. I said they ain't got that. They ain't got to worry about that.
So Boots is even. So it might be even worse. It might be even worse now.
Yep.
Because now we could go out to eat. We could go to Kano's potato spot now. We could go. We could go take him back to IHOP so he could holler at.
Hey, I done took him to eat pionos and he got all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I took him to foot that barbecue. You know what I'm saying? I got him that good shit. So he gonna be nice and filled. But the reason that I am picking Boots by stoppage is the reason everybody's high on Stanionis. Oh, he keep coming. He He gonna fuck around and make a mistake and get caught early is what I see. He gonna get that get right thrown on his ass. Black up. And people still gonna find a way to hate on that victory there. Now, mind you, there's people saying this is gonna be a close fight. This is gonna be a split decision. Stanionis might even win, or it's definitely going to the cards, bro. This is Boots in his most toughest and feared fight in his life. But when he make easy work of this motherfucker, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Stanionis wasn't shit, bro."
Yep.
I can hear.
They're gonna be like, "What about Brian Norman?" This is gonna be the Brian Norman people. Matter of fact, what you?
I didn't say that.
You want to see? What you want to see next? If Boots do get through it, like we agree he's gonna get through it. Do you want to see Brian Norman? What?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, that's what you want.
Absolutely.
What do you think about Brian Norman?
I like Brian Norman. I think that's a hell of a fight, bro. I honestly see, I'm not like them, bro. I honestly believe that's a 50-50 fight.
I think Brian Norman is a dark horse. You know what I mean? I think he's a sleeper. You know what I mean? One thing I do know about him, he may not be as skilled as Boots, but he could crack. He got that country strength for real. He could crack.
I just ain't no hater. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that.
But what I don't see, like you said,
I wouldn't like him if he fights that Japanese fighter though. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, he gonna do that. He gonna do that.
I really don't like that.
You're gonna get 1.7, but you're going to fight him for $1 million. Make it make sense.
But why are you going to Japan? We'll fight him in Japan. Why would you do that? Why, if you Brian Norman, why would you go to Japan? Why
Because
would
that's
you?
the only way he gonna get that money. I
That's
feel you. I
bro,
feel you. I know what you would have told me. It ain't worth
bro.
it.
No, bro, it's not worth it, bro. You giving these man, that you giving these motherfuckers exactly what I don't like. You giving them the power, bro. I just don't like that. I'm just not a fanatic of that shit, bro. And I don't give a fuck how that sits with anybody, man. I don't like that shit. I don't care which fighter it is. It could be my favorite fighter. I would not like that. That would turn me the fuck off, bro. Like, why are you giving them that kind of power, bro? Why are you bending knees to the Japanese, bro? Why?
Kano, it's something about the did you fight a Japanese dude in the army, in army boxing or something?
Oh, but I
You
beat them
got you
all.
got something
I beat
against
them all. I beat them all. I beat them all, bro, man. I was never gonna let a Jap beat me. Yeah, let me be the one controversial. I was never gonna let the Jap beat me. It was not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna happen, man. Man, no, I ain't run the table, but shit, I ain't let one of them beat me though. Nope. Mm-mm. But anyways, man, nah, I just don't like that, bro. Like, I'll go this far, bro. You know, Charles Conwell is my man, 50 grand. This is his channel, bro. Right? Like, I consider him, this is his house, bro. If he was to tell me, man, I'm gonna go fight the Japanese and I'm gonna concede to them and go fight in Japan, I would be irate about that shit, bro. For real, bro. Like, I'd be like, bro, what? Fuck is you doing? What?
it will only be about the money. It will only be a money grab. And he believed in himself that he could scope one of them dudes.
I don't respect it. I just don't respect it. You need,
So if all right, so if you fight a Japanese person, but it's in America, you cool with that?
yeah, they bring him. If he bring him here, yes, Vegas or whatever. Atlanta, man. You think he wouldn't sell out in Atlanta?
Yeah, I think he would.
Okay, then. So why we concede to him and going over there? I don't know if he's doing that or not. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
if he
yeah,
does,
yeah, yeah.
I have a
I
problem with
mean,
it.
Kano, I think he beats Jin Sasaki. I think he beats him easy.
I think so too. Unification is better than that. I agree with that, Carlos. I agree with that.
He's not they asked him on the Queens of Boxing, Sneak J and them, brought him on. He said that he is not going to the Boots fight.
But he could still fight Mario Barrios instead of this Japanese and
Mario
unify.
Barrios, come on, man. Stop, Kano. Mario Barrios is not coming outside. For you know what's gonna end up happening, I feel like? Mario Barrios might actually give his belt up to Boots before Brian.
Mm. Mm. And then what? Then what? Is Brian Norman gonna complain about the split then too?
Because after this fight, if Boots get through it like I think he's gonna get through it, he's gonna be worth even more money. You know that, and I know that. So the fight is gonna be even bigger. So if Mario Barrios is gonna give up his belt, he gonna try to cash out.
But you know what's gonna happen then? That money that was offered to Brian Norman back then is gonna be the same similar type of situation because then Boots is gonna have 3 belts. If that unfolds like that, he's gonna have 3 belts. I don't want to hear nobody tell me that Norman, deserves 50-50 then or no shit like that. I better not hear that. I better not hear that because there's no way he would deserve it then.
Does he still deserve 50-50 if he beats Stayoni?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was just
He
making
didn't.
sure.
He didn't
I
deserve
was
50.
making sure we was on the same page.
He didn't deserve 50-50 before the stand on this fight.
Okay.
And I think Brian Norman's a hell of a fighter, but he's not more known than Boots. Ain't that what they say? Hey, the one who can sell the tickets, that's the one who should be. Right? It's not about who you think wins or loses. It's about who's the one filling up the places. We know Boots could sell out in Philly or anywhere around that area. He's gonna sell out. Of course, he's gonna be the A side.
Yeah, he in the big room in Atlantic City at the Boardwalk.
Yeah, bro.
He in
Like,
the
what
big
are
room.
we talking about, man? What are we talking about? Now I don't know if he beats Norman or not. I don't know. I like to see the fight, but
Bro, you is not
oh,
picking Brian Norman.
no, I'm
Stop.
not. But that's it.
Stop. You just making this sound good to please shower. You trying to not have
No,
shower on
no,
your helmet.
no, no. They're gonna be on my helmet regardless. They're gonna be on my helmet regardless. You know,
Bro,
now I
you
will
you
pick
know
Boots.
damn well you like Boots just as much as me. Boots and Benavidez is my two guys right now.
I would pick Boots, but what I'm saying is it's still a 50-50 fight. Now, that's an honest assessment, bro. That is a 50-50
I
fight.
think any fight is a 50-50 fight. You never know. I
Mm,
think
I don't
shoot,
know.
a lot of people ain't gonna agree with me. I think William Skull versus Canelo is a 50-50 fight. I think I smell a upset. I smell a upset. Y'all don't see that. I see that. I think Blue Blood the only other person that see that.
That Cuban style of boxing. I mean, if he boxes, I mean, yeah, I can see it. I can see where you're coming from on that. He said, "What do y'all think of Ray Ford and Thomas Matisse?" That was like one of the first topics we
Yeah,
talked about.
yeah. I bought that. I made sure we talked about that first.
Yeah, but
Um,
I don't know. I guess Raven Ford should win, but I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about Matisse, man. Other than Conwell putting that little story on there, like, you got this big dog. I don't know. So, I guess, one of them, Ohio.
he did comment.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. I know. Like I said, he gonna stick with his Cleveland people.
yeah, yeah.
He gonna
It's
stick, yeah.
Ohio versus everybody, and I get that. I get it. I get it. So, but it is what it is, man. Shit, man. What do you think of Stephen Shaw fighting tonight, man, in pro box, man?
I hope Stephen Shaw could pass his homework assignment. If he could pass his homework assignment, I want to see him in bigger matches. I want to see him more active. There was a point where I was seeing him all the time. Now I don't see him.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Once
Yeah.
I'm the type of person, once we start getting rolling and we get like a good system flowing, I ain't trying to stop.
Mm. Well,
You
them
know what I mean?
losses hurt him. Them losses hurt him, man. They kind of like blackballed him when he lost. They kind of blackballed him. So I know, what I'm saying. Like, I know I was actually behind the scenes trying to help him get fights, and it was just, bro. You know, the thing about Big Shot Shaw is I believe in him, bro, and I still believe he could be a heavyweight champion. I believe he could still be America's next heavyweight champion. I'm not gonna fault him. Them losses happen and shit like that. I just know there's a better shot than when he showed up to in them two fights that he, you know, lost. The one with a jog bar, I didn't think he really lost that. I thought he won on the cards, but he didn't get the nod. You know. Now, so to me, really, genuinely, only one of them was a loss. The one he got stopped in. Uh,
Do you think he
so,
beats do you think he beats Atuma? Do you know who Atuma is?
mhm.
Okay. Or like Richard Torres?
Definitely Richard Torres, easily.
Yeah.
Definitely Richard Torres.
Okay.
Tuma, I still would pick Shaw, but if you added the two, Torres would be the easiest fight out of both of those.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
You know, I think he stops Torres.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he stops Torres. He was trying to get that Baby Miller fight, not the Jared Anderson. He was trying to get that
Oh,
a
he's
while
trying to
back.
get Jared Anderson. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been a good fight for him. That would have
Mhm,
been a good fight for him. What's up, Jimmy Bernard? What's up, bro?
mhm. So I mean, I believe in him just simply because he's a heavyweight that knows how to box, man. You know, and in that Jagua fight where I thought he won, I think what did him in was he didn't let his hands go enough, and I think that's what pushed the judges to give a Jagba that slight edge and shit. But the one he got stopped in, he just got greedy in that fight. I don't know what was going
Who
through
did
his
he fight?
mind.
When I know I watched both of those fights, but what fight was that?
Let me pull it up, man, because
Because I don't remember. Because yeah, that was like the last times I was seeing him active.
Ah, shit. You'll know who it is because it's just on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't remember. Just can't remember. Joseph Goodall.
Oh, okay. I remember that. I remember
Yeah,
that.
Joseph Goodall, man. That's one that shocked me and surprised me, but it's boxing.
He
What do you
said,
do, man?
just want the truth said, nah, he ain't ready for a tumor, but he can beat Torres.
I tell you what, at tonight will let me know if he's ready for a tumor or not. Is that fair? Can we wait till after
Yeah,
tonight?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. That's cool. We got to do that a lot anyway. With
Because
a
if he
lot of
comes
these
out
fights.
there, man, and man, y'all gotta understand, man, that the work he's always put in, bro. Like, what's going on, TD Sports Talk? Um,
Yo,
he's
Thomas, we picked the same round, bro, for tonight, man. I'm mad at you again. You stole my woman. You took a picture with my woman. They denied my credentials. I was mad. You know what I mean? And you got the picture with my woman, and then now you picked the same round as me in the Boots versus Stayonis fight. What's going on, Primo? No bueno, man.
I think, man, as Stephen Shaw has been in training camp and sparring with some of the big major names, world champions, and all that shit, man. And I just know what he's got in the bag, man. And you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone, leave it there, man. I'm not gonna get into his personal life, man. But a lot of it has to do with his personal life.
Yeah, yeah.
If he can get that shit in order, man, he gonna be hard to beat, bro. He gonna be hard.
So
I still believe in him. I still believe he's the next heavyweight champion for America. I really believe he could do it. I don't care what nobody. They can laugh at me, whatever they want. Stephen Shaw to
you
me,
think he beats Jared Big Baby Anderson?
yeah, I think so, man. I fuck it, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey,
I'm
I'm
just
all in.
asking. I'm just asking. I'm just
I'm
asking.
all in on Stephen Shaw. I'm all in. There's no wavering with me with Stephen Shaw. I'm all in. I'm all in. It's just that simple, man. So yeah,
Okay.
the thing about it is, man. Like I said, I mean, when you know some of the shit behind the scenes, it kind of helps you steer in the right direction. You know what I mean? When you don't know the story, like there's fighters out there that I don't know the story of, and I'm like, I'll be confused on whether I believe in them or not because I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? But when you know, you're like, hey, he got this. He could do it. He could do it. He could do it. If he's focused, he could do this. you know. But that's the key factor, man. He needs to be focused. He needs to stay in the lab. He needs to be, you know what I'm saying? He needs to do all the right things, man. Dot his I's, cross his T's, and take no days off. You know what I'm saying? Shout
Yeah,
out to No
facts.
Days Off, man. Shout out to No Days Off, man. He's one of the dope photographers, man, that be taking photos at these boxing events, man. He's a dope ass, photographer, man. That's what he calls them. It's No Days Off and shit. So shout out to him, man. I don't got too much more, man. I just wanted to make this kind of like an hour show today. Uh, give
Yeah,
myself something to
ain't
eat. So
even hit an
I was
hour
like,
yet, Kano. Look, Kano rushing off. But I ain't mad at him. I'm a little hungry. I'm a little hungry. And I got
well,
them
that's what I'm
red
about to go
velvet
eat.
cupcakes to get to. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
I
I'm about to go
I
eat,
almost
right?
got cut in line over.
Yeah. So I'm about to go eat and give me time because in an hour starts the pro boxing,
Oh,
card,
yeah, yeah,
which
you did say that. You did say that.
he Tsunami Cologne's on it. I'm imagining he's going to be one of the early fights.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't want to miss his fight. Tsunami, that's the homie. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. Facts, facts, facts.
So I want to make sure that I catch all of that stuff, man. And then I don't know if y'all saw when I posted on, you ain't got Instagram, but I posted on Instagram my 3 screens with a card up here, a card here, and a card there. So I was watching 3 different fight events last Saturday like this. And I couldn't see. I still, what's bad about that though, act? I still didn't catch all the fights because once one fight catches you that's entertaining, you only
You
corner
missing.
the
Yeah,
other
you
ones a
gonna
little bit.
miss the other. Yeah. Facts.
So that's what it is, man. But I try to have all of the cards up because I want to be able to be ready to do a post fight and shit, man. Carlos
Well,
said, "Yeah,
one
we gotta
one
watch the kid fight." Yes, sir. Huh?
one last thing, Kano, and I'll
Mhm.
leave you alone. Gotta ask your opinion. So we thought we wasn't gonna get this fight, but now it's here. And this goes to show you that you could come back and renegotiate. You don't just gotta leave and not work with the A side.
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn Davis and Edwin De Los Santos. What you think
Oh
about
yeah,
it? What you got on it?
Carlo. I'm definitely trying to catch all of them Puerto Rican fights. I could not miss them. I'm trying. What I think of that, man. I think Keyshawn by stoppage. That's what I think, bro. Like Keyshawn to me, man, is I think he's the real deal. Hold on. Pittsburgh, big dog in the building. Pittsburgh, big dog in the building. Yeah. I got
That's
the cheat
good.
code now. I got the cheat code, man. I just think Keith. I mean, well, I'm talking about Keith Colon already
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what
Don't
I'm
worry.
saying?
He alright. He alright. He'll be alright.
Keyshawn. I think Keyshawn is just the real deal, bro. For real, bro. Like I don't think he beats Abdullah Mason, but that's a story for another day. You know what I'm saying? But I think he definitely beats Edwin De Los Santos, but he ain't beating Abdullah, bro.
What is with you and Abdullah, man? I know somebody that would agree with you about Abdullah. So I think Abdullah is definitely, but I don't think they gonna end up fighting till 140 anyway. So
What's going on, K? Hey, man, let me ask you one last question, man, before we get out of here, man. I got Keyshawn. He going to do better than Shakur Performance. Sato's coming back for that layoff. Yeah, that layoff is also going to kill him too, man. What do you say about these people that say that Boots Ennis is a dirty fighter, man? Did you hear that? I
I
had
never,
to take that back up.
what? When? What?
Yeah, they saying that, bro. They
I
saying
never. I mean,
they saying that, bro. Yeah. That's how you know the hate for real, bro.
nah, but I'm just saying, like, I
They
never,
really hating on the man. They hating on the brother, man.
I never heard that before. You know what I'm saying? I never.
I heard it today various times. And all I could do was laugh, bro. I'm like, okay. Look, Shawa said, I said it.
Oh, Shaw was the one that said it.
I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
if she I don't know if she said it, she's saying she said it, but I mean I saw other content creators say it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
never heard that before, so I don't even know how to react to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't
I
hear
don't even know how
Shawa
to
say it.
react. I haven't seen any inklings of him being dirty. Somebody would have to actually pull up the footage, show it to me, and send it to me and highlight and make a video, send it Count Acura at gmail.com. You could Gmail it to me. Show me where Boots Ennis was dirty.
You know
Name the
what I
fight.
noticed? You know what I noticed? It was the Brian Norman gang, bro.
Of course, it was the Brian Norman game. Of course. And then when Brian Norman gets stopped like he did in sparring,
Oh shit. Hey, I just like, bro. Tay Jones
we
is
just
what I
gonna be
heard
looking
say.
at you like I told you. I
I
told you.
heard Tay Jones say it, but Tay Jones is definitely biased. He
Yeah,
lives
yeah. I
in
can't even
Atlanta.
listen to somebody like I love Tay, but not when it comes to Brian Norman and Boots.
Yeah, bro.
Not
I'm
when it comes
listening
to
to him.
Brian Norman and Boots. I can't. I
I'm
definitely
listening
can't
to him.
listen
I'm
to
like,
him.
stop it, bro. You live in
I would
Atlanta.
have to listen to somebody completely neutral.
Yeah. Golly, Tay Jones, that's my dude, man. Shout out to Tay Jones. But bro, you live next door to Brian Norman. What the fuck are you supposed to say?
Bro, he spars them, everything.
Oh shit. KG said, I'll break it down to you. And I'm a Boost fan. And I'm a Boost fan, but he still does fight dirty. Man, what you talk about these pilgrims that fight dirty, man, instead of the, brother and shit. You know what I'm saying?
KG,
Call
I'm
them
so
out.
disappointed
Y'all
in
don't
you,
call
bro.
them out. Why don't y'all call them out? Go talk about them. You know what I'm saying?
She
That's
said,
all I'm
she,
saying.
she said, check your phone in a second. All right, show.
Mm-mm. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. Anyway, man. Anyway, man. By the
I
way,
never heard that. That's the first time I heard that. That's funny though.
I heard Tay Jones say it. I didn't hear Shawa say it. She's claiming she said it though, but I didn't hear her say it.
Well, she said she's about to text me some footage, so
Oh,
I
okay,
guess
okay.
allegedly he must be a dirty fighter. Okay.
Listen, man.
He is from that PHI double L crooked letter Y. So, you know what I mean? They be roughhousing over there. So I guess.
He's talking about get out your feelings. Who's in their feelings?
KG just man, KG just
He
talk.
just be talking to be talking, bro.
He just be
He
talking.
just be talking to be talking. Ain't nobody in their feelings, bro. Ain't nobody in their feelings, dog. I find this shit comical, bro. Comical. I find it comical because y'all will break a minority down before you'll break a pilgrim down. That's the comical part. That's the comical part to me. Like, bro, what? What? That's all I got to say.
Yeah, wow. One low blow straight. That don't make him a dirty fighter, bro. I need multiple. I gotta see because anybody get
We
bro. I
need
done
more
straight low with
people.
sparring by accident.
We need
It ain't
more
on purpose.
people. Listen, bro. It ain't cheating if you don't get caught, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say, bro. Hey, if you're getting away with it, go. Man, you talking to a man like me that will rub the motherfucking laces of his gloves across your goddamn face, bro. If I can get away with it, I'm rubbing them laces on your face. This a motherfucking fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ah,
But yeah, that's cool. That's cool, I guess. If y'all want to point that one Abenesian situation, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's cool. I still don't look at him as a dirty fighter. I need to see multiple things.
listen. They
I
gonna
gotta
call me
see it.
dirty
I
too.
gotta see it consistently in multiple fights. You just telling me or saying it is still not gonna resonate. I'm just gonna be like, okay. You will have to actually pull up multiple clips and me seeing that Boots was intentionally being dirty.
Hey, they would have called me dirty too. If they would have saw me back in the day, they'd have called me dirty too. Rubbing the laces, man. Throwing that right hand and follow up with the
You had
elbow.
the floppy gloves. You had
You know
the
what I'm
floppy
saying?
gloves.
I ain't do that. I ain't do that. You know, I ain't do that. Without, you know what I'm saying? You know, the elbow slip around and hit him sometimes. Oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro. It's whatever, man. But anyway, man, hopefully y'all smash the like button, man. You know what I'm saying? This always brought to you by CL Management, DV Tracksuits, man. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. Kano Local TV. Yo, man, I'm out of here, man. On to the next, bro.